Hey there, everybody here. Eric Himan here. Just want to check in and see how everybody's doing. Happy holidays. I'm Eric Himan, and this is Trial and Eric. I'm going to put this over here. And now I am broadcasting. Hopefully everybody can see me. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? I'm Eric Himan, and today I'm making potatoes. Potato, potato, potato. Everybody see me all right? Let's see. Just want to make sure everybody's here. We're ready to go. Ba-ba-ba. I'm making potatoes today and very excited about that. Hey everybody. I'm just going to type in here, hello. Hello. Everybody see me? I am live. Hey everybody. Thanks for watching. Hey, here we are. Hi everybody. For a second there I was a little nervous. I got a little scared. Alright. If everybody can hear me okay, I am making potato gnocchi today. And I can show you pretty easy how to do it. I'm also making potato pancakes. And I've even have some roasted potatoes baking right now in the oven. So that's a little too much potato for some people, but definitely not for me. So, here, I'm going to show you real quick. Let's get right started right now. Here we are. Turn this down here. The first thing we are making today is potato gnocchi. And usually people think potato gnocchi is a very hard dish to make, but it is not. It's actually quite simple. I learned this recipe from Martha Stewart. Yes, she called me right up and told me it. No, I bought one of her books, and it helped me out a lot. It was her cooking school book. So, for our potato gnocchi, I have already boiled some potatoes. What you're going to do is you're going to take 2 1/4 potatoes, which is actually about 3 large potatoes, and you are going to put them, after you wash them off, with the skin on, put them in a pot, and you are going to fill water up to the top of the potatoes, and then you are going to boil that. When it starts boiling, turn it down and simmer it for 35 minutes, and you're going to get them nice and good. You're going to get them to the point where they could possibly be mashed potatoes. So, then you're going to get this handy thing, which I have gotten at Williams at Sonoma. I need to give credit where credit's due. I love that store. And you are going to push all the potatoes using this. I'll show you. I have a potato right here. But imagine this skinned and extremely hot. So when you pull the potatoes out of that water, put them in a towel like this. Put them in a towel and peel them off using like a paring knife, but put the potato in here because it is, mind the pun, a hot potato. Then you're going to push it through this, as you can see right here, and it comes out very fine like this. As you can see, it's kind of crumbly, and you want it to be this texture. Greetings from Chicago. Hey, Enzo. And hey, Sid. So I'm going to put all of my potatoes that have already been passed through the potato ricer, I'm going to put them on my board right here. And then I'm going to put this over here. And what we're going to do is push it all together and make what is known as a well, like a little center in the middle. And we are going to pour in 1 beaten egg, as you can see, and I'm pouring that right in the middle. And notice how it stays in there all nice and good. And then we're going to have 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour right here. And I'm going to sprinkle that on top of it. As you can see, to kind of soak up some of that egg. Take our first cup and put it all over. And then we're going to start incorporating it all together. And our hands are going to get really messy. Like super messy. But that's the fun of cooking. And you're going to have it in there. Almost like when you fry something, you know how your fingers get all stuck with all the flour and the egg and all that? That's kind of like this. But it's just as fun. So now after I've incorporated that enough so the egg's not going all over the board, what I'm going to do is add our second cup of flour right on top of that. And you're going to notice this is going to start to come together like a dough, like a potato dough. And this took me a few times to get it good. So I have to say, once you beat the egg, I think it's better than just cracking the egg right into it and then mixing it. It just makes it a little more consistent. Yes, it does. And then I'm going to put this together a little more. And I'm going to sprinkle in, hold on one second. Sprinkle in some coarse salt, just about a pinch of it, and put that in there for some more flavor. And here it's starting to come together, as you can see. It's getting less and less floury and a little more doughy. Get your hands in there all nice. So we're going to put this, as we shape it, we want to shape it into a rectangle. And that way we can slice off pieces and roll it out into these kind of rope things, which I'm about to show you in 1 second. I should have pre-did this. Everybody doing all right tonight? Everybody getting ready for the holidays all over again? I feel like Thanksgiving just happened, and here we are again with Hanukkah and Christmas. I see a lot of the parades are starting too. Everybody good? I'm just checking the stream of the social stream on the side, just to see if people are still with me there. Hope I'm not getting too crazy with this. That people are like, whoa! I'm still kind of a budding, I guess you could say a budding chef. Alright, so now we have our dough. It's kind of coming together. We can kind of move it around and pull it all in. I'm going to start chopping off pieces of it in 1 second. There we go. Sometimes it's better to do this in a bowl. I've done that before. If you don't want to get it all over the place, I feel like that's one way to keep it kind of contained. But if you know me, you know I like to make a mess when it comes to food. Alright, so here we go. It's all coming together nicely, and which is awesome because I need some time to show you how I make my potato pancakes, and they're awesome. Alright, here we are. We have our big piece of potato dough. I'm going to put all this stuff to the side. Get it all in there. Yes. Wash my hands off for a second and shape it into the rectangle I told you about. And if you feel like it's too wet, you can add, or if you feel like it's too wet, then add a little more flour bit by bit. Not to add too much flour, because you don't want it to get too hard and stiff. You want to have it where it still has texture and moisture to it, but it's not all dried out and crumbly. All right. I didn't realize this part was going to take me so long. There we go. It kind of looks like mashed potatoes, like a big ball of mashed potatoes. All right. So we have that. And what we're going to do now is shape it back into that rectangle I told you about. There we go. Isn't it great? Cooking live. That's fun. Yes. Alright. Washing my hands off for a second. Get all the potato off. So, now we have our potato dough. And I'm just going to pull this up so I can say hello. Feel weird that people can't see my face while I'm doing this. So back down we go to here. And I'm going to take a dough cutter, as you can see, like a pastry cutter. And we're going to cut them into about, let's say, a little over an inch into these little pieces all their own. And you're going to take that, put that aside, and you're going to take one of the pieces, as you can see it came out like that, and you're going to kind of form it into like a little roll. Because eventually what you're going to do is you're going to start rolling it out. I'm just going to push that all in like that. And you're going to kind of start incorporating, wrong word, start squeezing it out into one long piece. And from that long piece, you are going to start cutting off pieces. And that will become your gnocchi. Here we go. As my pieces kind of crumble off, I'm just going to show you real quick, because we got to get on to potato pancakes. You can kind of roll it like that. There we go. And usually you roll it out into a thin, really super thin line. And then we're going to take our pastry cutter again and chop off pieces of it. And this is our gnocchi. As you can see, I kind of like to roll it up again afterwards. As you can see, it comes out like a little ball, like a little mashed potato ball. We're going to roll that out like that. And I have some boiling water set aside already. And they only take about, I'd say, a minute and a half to really get done. And they, I don't know, I've heard this trick where you know they're done if they start to float. And if you're really special, you can go and get what is a gnocchi board. And it gives it that impression that you see on gnocchi when you go to a restaurant. And it comes out and has that kind of really nice texture on it. I'll show you with this one right here. Notice how it has that kind of, that texture to it. And then we're going to take these and we're going to throw it into boiling water. And usually I make a big batch, but for TV's sake, I'm just going to show you real quick how to do it. Because Jim K. in Bay City, Michigan, he was the one who asked me, hey Eric, can you show me how to make gnocchi, potato gnocchi? And I make this all the time for my family. So I have a few pieces right here, and I'm going to pull this back up. Here we are again, and as you can see, turn this a little bit, we have our boiling water right over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss them right in, and they're going to sink right to the bottom. They are going to sink right to the bottom. And then I got this little gadget, which is a spider, and it pulls it out of the boiling water. I'm going to get myself a side dish to show you. Here I am. I can't leave the camera too much. So while that's going on, I'm going to push this aside, and we're going to start our potato pancakes. Move this right back here. Alright, here we go. 15 minutes on the clock. I can do this. One recipe down. So what I have here is I have some boiled gnocchi going on right over here. And they're still sitting down there, so they haven't risen. I'm going to take some potatoes. I'm going to take one egg and beat it right here. And then I have set aside 2 tablespoons of flour that I'm going to incorporate right away into my egg mixture, as you can see right here. And you can add to potato pancakes, you can add, I don't know, onions, any type of onion, I think. You know, some red onion, some green onion, some sweet onion. And here's our potato mixture. Just want to get enough so that it kind of adds some liquid to our potatoes after they are passed through the food processor on the shred disc. Everybody still with me? We all still doing good? Here on Ustream, this channel. I'm recording this, by the way, so this should be fun to watch back. Alright, so I have my food processor. And what we're going to do on this shred disc, as you can see here, I am going to put my potatoes that I have boiled, that I have let sit in water, not boiled water, but just regular water so they didn't turn brown. And I'm going to push them each through this right here. Actually, I'm going to use this for my own safety. I'm going to turn it on. For some reason that's not going. Oh, Eric, live TV, fun stuff. How did I miss that one? There we go. The joys of live TV is figuring out how to make it all work at the right time. Alright. That was dumb. Alright, here we go. Pushing it through. There we are. Pull this back. And we have our shredded potatoes. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a bowl, and we're going to pour that in there. Get that all nice and good. Yes, sirree. Alright. And what we want to do is take out all the extra moisture. So I'm going to get some paper towels, and we're going to wipe it out. Just kind of push it up against the side, get some of the starch out of it, as you can see. Come on. See, as I'm picking out some of the water, we're getting good. Oh, a big piece was in there. Sometimes that happens. Alright. Pick up some of this extra moisture. Go through it, make sure we got it all. Alright. Then we are going to pour our egg mixture right into there. Here we have our egg and our flour. And we're going to incorporate it all into the potato mixture. There we go. Make sure it's all in there. And sometimes I like to add a little bit of extra egg, because if I feel like it's not coming together as well, it's kind of now. But if it's not coming together as well, I like to add a little more egg. And if I feel like it's too watery, I add just a little more flour. There we go. Alright. So, once we get this all together, and again, you can use onion, you can add other different things to it to give it some taste. Typically I just add some salt and some pepper. Now I'm going to get mine right here. Pull out a gnocchi real quick, because they're starting to float. Pull that out. So you have our salt and pepper, And we have our egg mixture. Here we go. Alright, and in a pan with some vegetable oil. Here we go back here. Hello again. We are going to drop spoonfuls of this mixture right into our pan. So I'm going to push all this out of my way. Get that all out of there. In this pan we have a little bit of vegetable oil. And you can be pretty generous with this. It adds a lot. Put it all around. Thank you all for watching this, by the way. Where are we at? Oh, good. I have enough time to show you this and play a song. So we're going to heat this up. Heat up our oil. Run it around like that. And then we're going to drop spoonfuls of this right in there. And if you're good about it, there's a way you can make them pretty circular by taking your egg mixture with your potatoes and your flour. And once you drop it in and that oil's hot, and this oil is going to get hot pretty quick, we are going to dish this right in here. Alright. And usually you can tell by dropping in, maybe take one piece and drop it in, and when it starts to sizzle, then you'll know it's ready. While that's heating up, I'm going to show you our potato gnocchi, all done right here, all steaming hot. What you can do is you can add a little bit of butter and about a sprinkle of sage, of ground sage, and put it in there. Tastes amazing. Or use some fresh sage. That's even better. So we have our potato gnocchi, and now that's starting to go. So we are going to add in here a spoonful of our mixture, and you can shape it in there while it's in there into a circle if you feel like it didn't land quite the right way. You can fit about 3 or 4 of these in here. And it comes together pretty quick. You can use vegetable oil, you can use peanut oil. I'll throw one more in here like that. Give it a minute on each side, and then we're going to turn around, and we're going to flip it. And while that's doing that, I pre-arranged a chicken. We don't need this anymore, so I'm going to move this back here. And show you what I've been up to in the oven. Alright. And here we have what I made. I made a roasted chicken, and here are another kind of way to make potatoes. I don't know where I got that one. Apparently my grammar is amazing to this. I used another Martha Stewart recipe for this. It's her crispy chicken. You can find it online, or crispy roast chicken. And it comes out awesome. And you put potatoes around it, and I'll tell you really quick how to do that. Once I find, there we go. Oh, these look like they're ready to be flipped. Turn those around real fast. What you do for the roasted potatoes, as you can see, let me show you one up close. They look like they're fried, but they are not. And they're very hot. They look like they're fried, but they're not. They're baked. And what we did was I cut them into little pieces like this, unpeeled, put them into boiling water for about 13 minutes till they're a little still hard in the middle, on the outside, pretty good, pretty well cooked. And then you rinse it out, you put them in a colander, rinse it out, put them right back into the pot, put it on low heat, don't add anything else to it, kind of just shake it around, and then they kind of, you notice the edges start to get a little mushy, but it stays intact. Then you add olive oil, and then you add salt and pepper and a little bit of rosemary, and you just sprinkle it right around the chicken, which I put in at 450 for about an hour. So that's a different kind. We're going to flip our potato pancakes again. And I like to get them pretty brown. You want them to be pretty crispy. I got that on high right now. So it looks like it's time to play a song, if you don't mind. I got asked to play Drop the Coin today, so that is the song I'm going to play. It's the first song I think I ever released where I felt like this could be on the radio. And I played it a lot, and I got a lot of attention in the early years, which I guess is the instigator for keeping me doing this. I'm like, isn't this strange? I'm playing, and at the same time, I'm checking my potato pancakes. Make sure they're all crispy and brown. I don't think anybody ever thought they'd be playing guitar in the kitchen. So this song's called Drop the Coin. Drop the coin and pull the lever. Am I the jackpot winner? Tell the dealer that it hit me again. Mind tricking catch-22, do you like me the way that I like you? It doesn't work out in the end, I'll just pretend. Love's game started with a glance in your direction, and then obtaining facts you didn't know I was asking. And that's when I decided we should be together. So what if you didn't know we'd end up happy ever after? Flip. Interlude, cooking interlude in my head. I looked up at the one thing I caught my attention. I knew that I could be the topic of your conversation. Not sure was it me without your hot desire, or in the way of another's eyes you try to capture. Drop the coin and pull the lever. Am I the jackpot winner? Till the dealer hit me again. My tricking catch-22, do you like me? Not sure it's just like you. If it doesn't work out in the end, I'll just pretend. I woke up to the tap on the shoulder of reality, saying, face it, kid. Good, I'm next time I'll get up another to just say hello and just be satisfied with the fact that I let you know you're not that easy to let go. Hey, cut the corn and pull the lever. Am I the jackpot winner? Tell the dealer that hit me again. My tricking catch-22, do you like me? 'Cause I'm sure it's just like you. If it doesn't work out in the end, I'll just pretend. Love's game started with a glance in your direction, and then obtaining facts I wish I wasn't asking. And that's when I decided we should be together. So what if you didn't know we'd end up happy ever after? In my head, drop the coin and pull the lever. Am I ever jackpot winner? Tell the dealer hit me again, and now just pretend like this still happens. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'm Eric Himan. This is such a crazy one-man show that I'm blessed that you hung in with me through this time. Is anybody still out there? Alright, so just to show you, typically when you put them out, what I like to do is put them on some paper towels, put our potato pancakes on some paper towels to absorb some of the extra grease, as you can see here. There we have our potato pancakes. If you have some green onion, the green onion will show through there. I'm going to have a bite. Thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Eric Himan. I'll be back in January. Stay tuned. Keep to this. There'll be an event. Is everybody getting an ad right now? I'll sit here and eat these for a second. And like 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm back. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I'm Eric Himan. This is Trial and Eric. Be back in January. Have a great holiday, great Hanukkah, great Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you in 2012. Bye now.